fellow ink drinkers, and welcome back to the Blind Girls Book Talk podcast. My name is Aria.
And I'm Belle.
And we are two legally blind sisters who love reading and love books. And so what we've done is we've created this show in order to talk about that. We talk about a wide variety of bookish topics, and that can range from bad retellings of stories, book to movie adaptation comparisons, buddy reads, recent reads, bookish challenges. Really, the list does go on and on. And today what we're doing is we're actually doing a Do I Have That Book challenge. So how we're going to be doing this is essentially I've kind of looked up and compiled a list of some books that should be kind of standard for most libraries. And especially because Belle has more of the classic collection than I do, I figured it would be more fun to see if she had, some of these books or how many of these she had, and then kind of go from there. So, do you think you're up for the challenge here, Belle?
I mean, I guess. I don't know. This is going to be a testament to my memory of what I own.
This is true. You got this, though. All right, so first one, do you have the Canterbury Tales?
No.
Okay.
That I know for a fact I do not own.
Any specific reason why?
Because Barnes & Noble's never had it whenever I go.
Fair enough. Okay, do you have Don Quixote?
I think I do.
I think you do too. I thought I did too, actually.
Between the two of us, one of us own it. I think I own it. I'm pretty sure I own it. If not, I don't own the book and I own the ballet, so I own something of it.
True.
Yeah.
The next one, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn.
I do own that.
Do you?
I'm 99% sure I own that.
Okay. The Iliad.
That I do own. I know for 100% fact because I bought that in 9th grade.
Nice.
Yeah.
Moby Dick.
No. I'm boycotting Moby Dick.
I had like a children's version of it a long time ago, but I think I got rid of all of those books.
I keep seeing it at Barnes & Noble every time we go, and I'm like always half tempted to get it, but then anytime I ask anybody, they're like, no, don't get that book.
Yeah, I feel like
I'll probably buy it eventually. It's just...
It's fair. Okay, next one. The Odyssey.
I have the Iliad and the Odyssey together.
You have,
so yes.
okay, so
I have the conjoined copy.
Okay. The Importance of Being Earnest.
Nope.
I think we do need to get that one because I remember it being really good.
Yeah, I wanted to read it. I was supposed to read it 12th grade. Like, we got to pick the assignment, but it was during musical season and constant traveling out of state to visit my college senior year of high school. And I said, I'm going to pick the shortest book. That was a bad call. Never do that.
What did you end up picking?
Death of a Salesman.
Oh.
Yeah, remember that? I hated that.
No, because I never read that one either. I'm surprised that was a thing.
Yeah, it was that. I wanted to either read Importance of Being Earnest or Crime and Punishment.
I wouldn't have done Crime and Punishment.
I was waiting for Crime and Punishment since 9th grade, and I was like, yes, I'm going to read it. And then timing, and that book is big.
It is big. The Grapes of Wrath.
No.
Okay, so I did have a copy of this book.
Okay.
I did have a copy of this book a long time ago. I think I was in high school when I was like, I'm going to try to read it.
Oh my gosh.
I think I got 2 pages in. I don't even think I got 2 pages in. I did not get very far. And I was like, I'm done.
Okay. Story with Grapes of Wrath. In my internship last summer, the company that I worked for holds a very high value on education. And so one of the things they have is they had like a library where you could order books and they'd give them to you for free. And the president had his own book list. And The Grapes of Wrath was on there. All the other books were like because I worked with a bank. They were like money saving stuff, leadership roles, some history books, and then there's just Grapes of Wrath. And I remember laughing, and I got to meet the president, and I picked on him for it. I'm like, out of all the classics, you have to have Grapes of Wrath.
Yeah, I don't know.
I picked on him for
I
that
don't
one.
know anything about it. And I don't know why I was just like, I'm going to read this. Because, well, actually, no. There have been so many times that I've been like, I'm going to read this classic. And then it's gone horribly, horribly awry for me. Or somebody dissuades me from reading it.
Yeah,
so,
I was going to get it. And then I stood there for a second and realized I didn't know how to work the system to get the book.
Fair.
And I wasn't asking someone. I'm like, I don't need it that much.
The Wind in the Willows.
That's a book.
It is a book.
I've never heard of it.
Okay, so I think it's a children's book.
That's probably why.
So there used to be a cartoon that I forget how I ended up watching it, but it was something that my aunt showed me all the time, and I remember really liking it. I feel like I need to revisit this for a nostalgia thing because
what, The Wind in the Willows?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I remember it being a really big thing, but I don't remember any and I can see the animation from the TV show, but I can't remember anything about it. I know there was a badger, and I know there was a frog.
I just remember. Okay, so Baby Belle didn't really like books. So when it comes to children's books, I don't know most of them. I was also very weird when it came to children's books.
I mean, but I'm not entirely sure it is a children's book.
I've never heard of it, if it makes sense if it would be, because I've never heard of it.
Yeah, but that's how I remember it, and I remember me being little, when I read it. Or, well, no, I didn't read it. I watched the thing. And I think I might have tried to read it, but I just didn't get too far. So, maybe one day we'll visit that. The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I know I don't have that.
Yeah, I think you've talked about getting it.
I think I talked about getting it once, and we're like, oh, no, we'll get it next time.
Yeah,
and then they've just never had it again.
It's just next time hasn't happened. So.
Next time hasn't happened, and because they... Listen, Barnes & Noble and Classics, man.
Sometimes it's real good.
Sometimes it's real good, and sometimes it's slim pickings, and we don't even talk about Books A Million.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I have very limited options for books here, everybody. It's sad.
The Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
I don't have the book.
Okay, I didn't know if you had the original or not.
No, I don't, which is actually shocking considering whenever I was in the musical The Wizard of Oz, I was a munchkin. It was a sad state of affairs. But anyway, everybody was getting me Wizard of Oz stuff. Let me preface this, I don't like Wizard of Oz. But everybody was getting me Wizard of Oz things. I have an old metal movie poster. It's the old movie poster on a metal thing.
Mm-hmm.
I have that somewhere in my room. I don't know why everybody was like, oh my gosh, Belle did this thing. We're just going to get her all these things. I was also in another show that year. Got nothing for that one. But no, Wizard of Oz, the show
Wizard
I hate.
Of Oz, yeah. It's just lucky, I guess.
No.
Wuthering Heights.
Yes. No. I owned it.
Did you get rid of it?
Yes, because I destroyed it.
Destroyed it?
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Let me explain. I got Wuthering Heights from CVS across from my college.
Okay.
They had a copy, and I got it. Don't ask me why I decided this was a good idea, but I got it. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'm going to read Wuthering Heights. No big deal. I decided I was going to read it over a break, and it got put in my backpack. And the bookmark I got put in it just almost ripped the book in two.
Oh my gosh.
It was a crappy paperback. So I owned it, and then that happened, and if I really wanted to I could still read it, but I was like, no, this is too much work, so I just threw out the book.
I'll skip over one I know you have.
What is
Emma.
it? Oh, yeah, I have Emma.
Because you have like every single
I
Jane
have-
Austen book to exist ever. And some in multiple copies.
Shut up. I have a problem.
Anne of Green Gables.
Yes. Well, I have Anne of Green Gables. No, I don't have the whole entire series.
Okay, so have you read Anne of Green Gables?
I read the children, like the not regular edition, like the children's edition. Like the we've talked about them, the hardcover children's. Yeah, I had one of her, and then Mom wanted me to get an actual copy of it.
Okay.
And then that never happened. And then at college, I'm like, I want to read it. And she got me one. And we're currently struggling to get the whole series in that book form.
Yeah, fair.
So it's a struggle.
Little Women.
I own the book.
Have you read it?
I attempted to.
Doesn't hold out much hope there.
Okay, hold on. No, it was an accidental did not finish. So I got that around the time the movie, like the newest movie came out. And I got like a nice copy from Barnes & Noble, and I took it to school freshman year. I got it at Christmas time, took it to school with me, and then I was coming home for spring break, and I took that book on the plane with me.
Mm.
And then the world exploded.
Yeah.
And so, like, that book just kind of got pushed away. I don't even know where it is. I know I own it, and it's somewhere. Like, it's not even up with my classics. I don't know where it is.
It got lost.
It got lost, but I do own it. Like, I know I own that book.
Of Mice and Men.
No, I almost got it, though.
Almost? Okay.
I almost did, and then Mom made me put it back.
Watership Down.
Never heard of it, so no.
Okay, so that's a children's one. I know that one for sure.
Okay, yeah, no, I don't know that.
Although I feel like it's... Okay, why are so many children's novels really messed up?
You know...
Like,
I want to say I disagree with you, but like my children's book, like especially the ones I really liked, looking back at them, they're kind of messed up.
no, okay, so here's why I ask this. So I know Watership Downs is a movie, and I know that the movie is really messed up. And I don't know how accurate it is to the book. Like, that's, not why we're here, because I haven't seen or read either version. However, I reread The Giver recently,
I
and
remember seeing that movie.
The Giver is so much darker than, like, I remember it
Oh no, that was
being.
me with Rebecca.
It's so dark. And I was just like, why are these things that are like children's literature so dark and so messed up?
Well, that was me with Rebecca, and that was me with To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
The lens of a child.
Yeah.
It is a unique...
It is a unique thing.
Yep.
Well, I know you have To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yep.
I know I think you have several copies of that.
I only got 2.
Oh, only 2.
I only have 2. I have my very nice edition, my like Barnes & Noble exclusive, and then I got a paperback that I can mess up.
Oedipus Rex.
No. And I'm actually shocked I don't, because I liked that.
I know, I'm shocked about that too.
I think I've just never found a copy.
Fair. The Jungle.
No. Nor will I ever own my own copy of that book.
Yeah, I don't want my own
I
copy of that
value the little food I can eat.
book. Fair.
Not doing that.
Crime and Punishment.
I do own that.
Anna Karenina. I always want to say Anna Karenina, and that is not it. Or Karenina. Like,
Obviously, I don't know. I don't know.
yeah, I can't say her name, so
Yeah.
I am sorry, everyone. I don't know what it is about that last name of that title, but my brain looks at it and is like, there's a lot of vowels and consonants there, and I don't know how to put that together.
And you're not the one with dyslexia.
I know. Leaves of Grass by Walt Whitman.
Yes.
I'm surprised you have that.
I also got that. I got that while I was in college.
Fair.
I don't know when, but I did get that book.
Treasure Island.
Do not own it. I keep wanting to get it, though. I think that's one I very much keep trying to grab.
Gotcha. The Catcher in the Rye.
I read that one. Okay, it's a weird book. I'm sorry.
I got nothing about that one either. It ain't me,
I
Chief.
was actually kind of excited for it. And then I don't know if it was just the group I read it with. I read that in 11th grade, and we had just switched teachers to my all-time favorite English teacher. She's now like one of my good friends now. And it was great, but we read it with her, and I just remember I got so I think, fed up with that book because she did a lot of group projects.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing on her, but like I've said multiple times, I was always in the English class that had like 8 people, 2 of which were boys that nobody else could handle, but I wasn't putting up with their crap, so I always had to be put with them so they could get their work done. And like with that book and just having to deal with those guys, I was like, wasn't handling it.
I get it. The Bell Jar.
You got me that. I do own that.
Did I get you that?
Yeah, you did.
I don't remember this.
It's just there.
Okay.
It was there.
Okay, well.
It's somewhere here.
I don't know why, but
I remember.
although half the time, if I happen to like be looking for a gift for you, and it's like I'm at a bookstore, it's like go to classic section, see what I can find, pull out classic. Because I think I just try to find like really like random ones.
Yeah, it's that really pretty cover. Everybody else ignored the blind person speak to each other. It's the black with the like silver circle and bell jars in black in the silver circle, silver oval.
Oh, okay. All right. Because I think I got it with the Agatha Christie book that I got.
Yes, you did. You
Okay,
did.
yeah.
It was, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. I'm glad I remember these things.
Yeah, I'm so glad you do too.
The Giver is on this list.
We own
Fancy
it.
that.
We own it.
Well, do you own your own copy?
No, I did, and I gave it to you.
Ah, okay.
If I don't own it, I did own it at one point, and it went to Arya.
The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
I owned it.
I was going to say, I know I had like the whole series.
I had the whole series also, and then I gave it away.
I don't know if I know I wanted to read like the whole Narnia series, but I think I got confused or lost or like something. Like there was something that happened that it didn't work out very well, and I like did not finish it, and I don't remember why.
I got the series on sale at a school book fair. Mom got it for me.
Fair.
I never touched it.
Charlotte's Web.
No.
Did you ever read it?
No. Okay.
No.
Whenever I say I liked Strange Things as a kid, I mean I liked Strange Things as a kid. Because my favorite thing was Harold and the Purple Crayon.
Yeah.
Well, that's like a fever dream.
Yeah. Well, I'll do one more just because I just like to mess with you.
Oh, dear goodness.
The Hobbit.
Oh, my God. I hate The Hobbit. No. I own no Tolkien, and it shall never enter my house. Freaking hate The Hobbit.
Oh, my gosh. It's so funny.
I hated that book. That was what? Senior year Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, okay.
I hated that book so bad.
Okay. I'm really weird. I've come to the conclusion I'm really weird. Here's why. I like fantasy, right? But when you get into like the high fantasies, like the Tolkien, the C.S. Lewis, when you get into like those series and stuff, like I just can't do it. Like I can't, it's just a no. And it's like I should like this because I like fantasy and I don't know why.
I'm sorry. If you like Tolkien, all power to you. Explain to me your ways, because like you cannot sit me in front of Tolkien and make me like it. Like, no.
Well, see, like,
I tried to argue it with one dude in my choir class. And if you somehow find this podcast, you know who you are. Because I also yelled at him because he dog-eared his pages. He, like, almost made me have a heart attack.
Oh, my gosh.
We argued all the time. But he loved Tolkien. And he's like, you read, why don't you like Tolkien? Because Tolkien sucks. No, it doesn't. He does such good world building. Other authors do such good world building. Yeah, Tolkien is, like, extremely good. I'm not gonna say he's not, because he's really good. However, his books are boring. I had to refer. I don't even know what the dude's first name is in The Hobbit.
Bilbo.
Yes, him. Because the only thing that got me through that book was just calling him Bimbo the entire way through.
Gosh.
I hate that book. It was between that and 8th grade's Christmas reading assignment. The Dark is Rising. 2 horrible books.
Yeah, I don't know, because, like, a part of me is, like, I hear people talk about Tolkien work and, like, these kind of stories and how, like, they're beautiful and there's so much world building and there's so much, like, all of these things. And I'm like, I respect it for that. Like, I respect that it's made and I respect that it's out there and I respect that a bunch of people like it. I just can't get into it.
You know what? You know what I'm going to chalk it up to? It's a sighted person thing.
Maybe.
I think that's what it is. Because, like, I don't know if it's just the way he describes his worlds.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, he does a lot more visual than a lot of other authors.
And I think so. And
I
maybe
think that's
it.
why I'm just like, Tolkien, you murder my soul.
But honestly, though, that might be my problem with high fantasy, because I feel like a lot of high fantasy, like, they have to describe these things because, you know, they're building their world. It's not like ours. And they have to do all of these things to make it, like, make sense in our heads and for people to, like, see it in their heads. And it's not for me. Like, it's not something I can do. I feel like I don't need a lot of world building, like, when all is said and done, because I'm just like, as long as I know where you are, I'll figure it out. Like, it's fine.
I'm kind of the thing. I'm kind of that way too. Give me, like, a general description of stuff, and then I'll put it in the way that I want it in my head.
Yeah.
I think I even forget, like, character descriptions. No, the character's how I want it in my head from the start of this book. I don't care if you say this person is pink with yellow polka dots. Nope.
Well, no, that's just like, I keep seeing reels all the time on Instagram where it's like, you know, they explain the love interest and, you know, they're, you know, somebody's like picturing in their head that the love interest has dark hair. And then, like, later on down the line, the author's like, oh, like, his blonde hair shone in the sun or something. And everybody's like, excuse me?
Excuse me? Yeah, no.
Excuse me?
No. We don't do that. No. I read descriptions. I'm not going to say I didn't for a hot minute, but I do now.
Wow.
Shut up.
Wow.
Shut up. But, like, unless it's, like, something groundbreaking, I don't really care.
Well, I think that about sums it up for this list. You had a surprising number of classics, which, I mean, I'm not shocked, but
I have a lot more than what was on that.
I know. This is just
a crappy list. I'm just saying.
But I
there
also
are so
wanted
many
to-
better classics.
But I also wanted to do ones where, like, I knew there were some that you weren't going to have versus ones where I knew, like, you would have the entire thing, like, on the list, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we want to thank you for coming along today as we talked about, you know, if we had these books, or more, if Belle had these books. Of course, if you like what you've been listening to, please consider following the podcast and sharing it with your friends. We would appreciate the support those actions would give. And hey, if you don't want to, that's cool too. We aren't going to force you, but, like, you know, you'd really help a girl out and we would appreciate it. Just saying. Now, what are we going to be talking about next time?
We are going to be doing a halfway point in the year read.
Oh,
I think. I don't know.
Oh.
No, that's what we're doing. I just don't know if those are the right words to explain
it's kind
it. I don't feel like it's halfway through the year.
This is true. It doesn't feel like that, but
that's why I'm like, I don't know if those words are correct, but that is what you have on our Google Doc.
Yeah, it's a road so far kind of episode, and just talking about the fun things we've been reading and talking about things we haven't talked about yet. So, that being said, we'll see you guys next time then. Bye.